This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Bullet travel trailer. This is not a floor plan video or a sales video, it's just a how-to video. I'm just going to go over some of the features, show you how they work, okay? You got two LP tanks, obviously, with an automatic changeover regulator. You have a deep cycle marine battery here with a kill switch. So if you need to shut the battery down, you don't have to take a cable off or anything like that. It's just a matter of turning the kill switch. Now you have a power tongue jack with a light on it. Now if this ever fails and you need to get hitched or unhitched, you can pull this plug off the top, and you could either use a 3/4 inch crank or a socket, 3/4 inch socket with a ratchet or a drill or whatever you need to use. But you can't operate it manually if you have to. This little hookup here, it's kind of hard to see, but that's in case you wanted to purchase a solar battery charger. It's like just a solar panel that comes on a little kickstand, and you can use it to charge the battery. You have power stabilizers, and the switches to operate them are right here. One switch operates both rear, the other switch operates both front. Like so. Okay? While we're standing here, I guess I can do this. This is your city water hookup right here. The most common way to get water into the trailer. If you're at a campground that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here and use the onboard pump to pump the water. Now after you dump your black tank, this is a black tank flush right here. So after you dump the black tank, you can leave the valve open, and then you can hook the hose at the dump station right onto here and spray out the inside of your tank. Alright, so this is the winterize and de-winterize switch right here. So you can winterize it, or you can bypass the water heater before you winterize by bypassing it here, okay? So you don't have to go to the back of the water heater and turn valves. It's right here, okay? And the antifreeze is, in fact, is drawn through this port here. So you make up a hose, just has a regular garden fitting on it, then you want to make it long enough to reach the ground, and you could stick it in a gallon of antifreeze and draw it through. Okay, and then cable and satellite through. Okay, over here, let me see what we've got here. This is a power inverter prep. It means it's already wired to add a power inverter if you choose to. Okay, that's your dump hose. This is a crank you can use for your stabilizer jacks if, let me look underneath here, yeah, if they fail, you know, if the switch doesn't work, you can always come to this side. I'm trying to get so you can see it here, and then you can put that crank right on that shaft with a pin going through it, and you can crank it manually if you need to, so you can actually operate those also. Your slide room is called a Schwintech. It's owned by Lippert now, and that Lippert calls it, I think, a through the wall slide, something like that, but people still refer to it as just Schwintech. You have a 30 amp cord, 30 feet long. Right. This is your water heater. The switches to operate it are inside. I just wanted to show you that it's drained right now, right, because it's winter time. That's the drain right there, and this is the drain cap. Takes an 1/16" socket. Okay. Now, just make sure you never run the water heater on electric or on gas, but you never run it without water in the heater, or else if you're doing it on electric, for example, you'll burn out your heating element really quickly. So you want to make sure there's water in there when you're using it. Okay. So, first of all, you got a backup camera with a 5.0 monitor. And while we're looking up, I want to remind you that the manufacturer states you should inspect the seals of the roof and the roof in general for damage every 90 days. So you want to go up there, have somebody go up there, you can walk on the roof, no problem. you want them to check for, or yourself to check for, cracking and separation where the sealant is. You want to look at the attachments, make sure none of them are damaged by low branches or road debris, that sort of thing, okay? And that's every 90 days. Now this range top here, you can see there's a hose with a metal, or a male end on it. I'm sorry, not metal, male. You have to plug that in before you use it. And there's the quick connect right there that connects to the LP system. So make sure you plug this in. It's got 2 burners, I believe. Yes. Okay. You also have a 110 refrigerator. Shut that. All right. So you also have a power awning with LED strip. You have 2 outside speakers. You have a backing plate to mount a TV bracket if you want to, and then there's cable and antenna out, and power, of course. So you can hang a TV out there if you choose to. All right. Your steps, you can adjust the legs on them just by pulling this pin right here. There's one on each leg. You pull that pin, and you can slide it up and down and adjust the height as needed. Okay. So, this is your control panel right here. You have the power awning right here, which is to extend it. You're just gonna. It's very simple. You also have your lights. Okay. Never leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in. Your switch for your slide out, as you can see, like so. This is your water heater to light it on gas. You use this one. Electric is this one. Remember what I said about making sure there's water in the tank. Your water pump that you would use to pump out of your freshwater tank and to winterize the trailer. It's right there. You have your levels, batteries charged, fresh water is empty, black 1 is empty, there's no black 2, and then you have 2 gray tanks, a galley tank and a sink and shower, a vanity and shower tank. Okay, these go up in 1/3 increments as it fills. So once it graduates past 2/3, you want to start to think about dumping the black and gray tank. Alright, thermostat is real simple. You just push the mode button. I'm not even going to bother doing it. First one lights it up, then you're going to just cycle through. Let me shut it off now because I didn't want to do it, but I did. There we go. There's also going to be a delay time. It doesn't shut off immediately. Depending on which appliance you're using, it could take a minute or 2 sometimes, like especially if you're using the furnace. As soon as when you shut the furnace off, the flame goes out immediately, but it'll still cycle through for a minute or 2. Okay, now this is your sound system here. It's basically you can stream off a USB stick. You can use Bluetooth and stream from your phone or tablet. You've got 2 speaker zones. You got AM/FM radio, and this HDMI here is an in, so you can go into the system with that. If you have like a portable Blu-ray player or a game machine or something like that, you can go into the system that way. Okay, and let me look behind here. We've got a swing out bracket. I just want to see what we've got here. Hold on one second. Yeah. And coming around to the other side here, oh, it's over there. You also can add a TV to the bedroom. You can see there's a backer plate here to mount a bracket. Then you got your outs and your plug, signal out. All right, this is your the rest of your backup system. That's the camera there. I'm sorry. That's the monitor there that goes in your tow vehicle. That is the remote for your radio, and that's the one for your TV. Let's see what this is. This is a hide-a-bed, so it folds out 3 panels, so it's kind of neat, and it's actually pretty comfortable. All right. Let's see what else we have here. That's for your sink, obviously. Goes over the top. Okay. Microwave works like any other microwave. You have your range hood vent with a light and a fan on it. To light the, I don't know if he's got the gas on right now, let's see. To light the burners, you're just going to go to there we go. Turn it on and then spark it. You spark them by turning this clockwise. We got 3 burners, 3 knobs, of course. Then you have the oven. You also have lights here, by the way. So the oven, at the very back, there's a pilot light. Okay. You can see it when I spark it there. Okay. So all you're going to do is you go to the oven knob, which is all the way to the right here. You go to the picture of the flame. You depress it. Keep it depressed. Then you start sparking this by turning it clockwise. After this light's down here, you still hold this in for another 10 seconds or so. Then you go to operating temperature, and it cycles as an oven does. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out, so does the pilot light. You got to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. This device here is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green. Okay. If it beeps very, very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. Make sure you always latch the refrigerator door so they don't get dented traveling. This is a 12-volt DC refrigerator. Alright. Quickly over here, this is your power converter. So a converter converts AC to DC power. So basically, when you're plugged in, this is the AC side here. You're going to have the power will come in, and you have regular circuit breakers like you'd see at home, and they're all labeled. Right. Then the power is converted to 12-volt DC on this side. You got 12-volt fuses, and they're labeled. Okay. If any fuse blows, they actually light up, and you can see through this tinted plastic here. And importantly, this is also a battery tender. So as long as you're plugged in, it's going to sense how much energy your battery up front needs and keep it charged. Okay. See if I can get off the floor here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so your this turns into a table, obviously. There's posts on it. It also turns into a bed. We're like halfway, we're half and half now. Let's see here. So there's also storage underneath, as you can see. Okay, this bunk here will fold down and sit on these cleats here, so it turns into a bed. You got 2 more over here. And of course your TV hookups here. Okay. So the bathroom works like any other bathroom. Sink and shower, I should say, work like any other sink and shower. Why has he got that hanging like that? Now, the toilet, if you haven't owned an RV before, you have to put chemical and water in it before you use it. So when I say put water and chemical in it, I'm talking about the black tank, which is directly below. So you have a flush pedal right here. Directly below is the black tank. So you hook up at the campground, you hook up your power and your water, you come around, you dump 1 dose of chemical in here, and step on the pedal and put about a gallon or so of water into the black tank. Then you can use it until you dump it again. If you don't, the smell is really bad, it can get clogged up, that sort of thing. So you always make sure you got water and chemical in it. If you have to dump it and you're still going to camp, after you dump it, you come back in here and repeat the procedure. Chemical and water. Okay? And this is GFCI here. All the plugs in the trailer, even the ones on the outside, are wired through a GFCI, so you'll always reset it inside. Okay, so let me look around here, see if I forgot anything. I think I pretty much got it here. This is the escape window, of course. It's important. That's just telling us it's pre-wired up there for, I would think, I can't see it that well, but it's probably for a Wi-Fi booster and or cellular service. Okay. Okay, I think that's it then. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And please remember what I said about inspecting the roof every 90 days. That's very important. Most people don't inspect their roof enough. You want to keep after it. Just in case, odds are you won't have to do anything when you look up there for years, but you're just inspecting it to make sure, okay? Also, this trailer is winterized right now, so there's a antifreeze in the system, okay? Alright, thank you very much.